How many of you remember that hip hop song, Don't Push Me because I'm close to the edge? Don't push me because I am close to the edge. I can't take another minute of what I'm dealing with right now. Life is really pushing me, pushing my nerves, pushing the pressure, putting me through some things. I'm just simply going through. How do I do this? How do I counter? How do I get through? Because right now, I have to admit, I'm a little edgy. I am a little edgy. How about that? Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna, and I have a word for you on this morning, edgy. Edgy. How many of you have been on the edge? How many of you have been on the precipice of making a move because it just like I can't take no more? I just simply can't take anymore. Well, before I get into that, want to greet some people and then get right into the manna on this morning. Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you on this morning? Pamela, how are you on this morning? Elder Jan, how are you on this morning? Great conversation at Bible study on last night. If y'all missed Bible study, you have got to get to Bible study. My God, walking through the Bible has been so awesome. Don't miss it. Please don't miss it. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Lydia. How are you on this morning? Carolyn, how are you on this morning? Verena, how are you on this morning? Dawn, how are you on this morning? Sheila, how are you on this morning? Vicky, how are you guys doing on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Valerie, how are you all on this morning? Brenda Brooks, how are you? Long time. My God, it's been a minute. How are you doing on this morning? It's just a great morning it is. How many of you have been on the edge? How many of you might be on the edge right now? How many of you a little edgy? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. You remember that hip hop song, that rap song? What a wonderful song. I may can't account and honor all the words, but those words actually speak to life situations sometimes. Am I right about it? If I'm right about it, put it in the chat area. Put it in the chat area. Good morning, Arlene. How are you on this morning? Audra, how are you on this morning? So let me just jump right into it. Don't push me because I'm close to it. I'm edgy. I'm right at the point that I can hardly take anymore. What do I do? I got three things I want you to grab a hold of. And here is the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Philippians 4:13 is the text. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. How am I going to get through that then? The first thing I want you to get to is that when life pushes you, push back. When life pushes you, push back. Hold your ground. Don't you move. Life can feel like it's pushing you to the edge if you're not careful. But here's what the word of God has to say in Isaiah 26:3. He will keep you in perfect peace, whose minds are stayed on thee. When life pushes you, push back because he has the peace that will keep you if you hold your ground. Here's the second thing I want you to grab a hold of. Don't let pressure make you fall. Don't let pressure make you fall. Because sometimes pressure can push you to the point that you feel as if there is no more strength in you. So even at your breaking point, grab this word in 2 Corinthians 4:8. 2 Corinthians 4:8 says, we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. What are you talking about? That's what Paul says. Everywhere I turn, life is coming at me. From being shipwrecked to being on an island bit by a snake, to being beat by my brethren who I thought loved me. The fact is that I'm not going to get crushed. And I'm not going to let pressure push me off this precipice. This is the third thing I want you to grab a hold of. When you are on the edge, you're on the precipice. The precipice is a cliff that causes you to be right there and look over. You're actually looking at the promises in front of you. When you are at the edge, you're on the precipice of what God has for you. Here is what Psalms 9:9 says, for the Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. He has you right there. That promise is right there. It's right there. Don't you let go. Don't you dare let go. So, what's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway this morning is this: when you are on the edge, know that it's just where God has you in the moment to give you strength. That in that moment, He's going to give you the strength to make it. The Lord be with you today. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. Don't let life push you, push back. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Bye now.